live now. Just give it one minute, 1 second. Let me see. It says it's live now. Should be live. Harun, do you want to double check?
I'm checking right now. There's nothing yet.
I see it now. I got the notification.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. We're live.
Okay, if you say so, I believe you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to One Shot Podcast. Finally back after the championship and long weekend from North Carolina. It's Mohamed Omer with Asadi, David, and Harun. You already see Asadi already partying it up. The party still continues afterward.
Come on, man. hey, keep it down back there, man. Hi.
I mean, we gotta discuss what happened afterwards, but I mean, I'm excited to get the group here for sure. David and then Harun. Harun, do you want to give a little bit of your experience so far with how you've been feeling since season is over?
How I've been feeling with SAD or just in general?
Just in general, like season's finally done. You're not hearing everyone leave the gym at 10 o'clock.
Listen, I got one thing to say, but also my daughter who's in the background has one thing to say. Amira, what did you tell me earlier? Did you guys hear that? Say it louder. Say it louder. She said it was pathetic that a Milwaukee team won a Chicago basketball league.
Boy!
Yes, sir!
Milwaukee Dynasty, baby!
Just to give you guys an idea of this household, we hate Milwaukee.
What they gonna say now?
That you guys got lucky.
What they go? No, there's no luck when it comes to hard work.
What hard work? Well, you got lucky.
We'll see in August.
Hey, we'll see in August. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Rutgers, Pillars, and PYP. It's time for draft pick because y'all dynasty.
I don't know if you're on crack because you're wearing those sunglasses.
Hey,
but you guys got very lucky.
I didn't know the dynasty started with one championship.
It's over. Hey, PYP, time for some lottery picks. Green Bay, listen, Green Bay, it's time to pack it up.
Let me put it this way. We did you a favor. We destroyed one of your legacies in one of the dynasties. You jumped on another team to try to create another one.
Hey, Farhan said I couldn't do it. I did it. Now I got teams heated for next year to come back stronger to beat us.
Okay, Durant. Let's just keep jumping teams until we get a championship.
I'm not jumping any more teams now. Hey, David, who did I recruit before you signed with Beer Game? Tell him that. Don't forget.
I heard you were trying to recruit Ali Sabit. So
who did you recruit? Me.
Tell him. What happened?
He got disconnected. He said you're trying to.
David's like, I'm done with this. I'm leaving.
Where'd he go?
He's waiting for you. He's just like, I can't answer the question. I'll plead the fifth.
I think his connection went bad. Now, right before the season, right? I told David, I said, yo, listen, I know you're best friends with Abdullah Bedouin and, the Beer Gang guy, but I feel like if me and you and OJ click together, we can become something. And also, so as a defender, we can start something.
Listen. Let me tell you this before you go on. The reason why David's connection went bad, he is not used to you passing him the ball, right? So he's not used to you passing him a sentence for him to finish off. He is not used to you passing the ball.
Hey, David did carry me on defensive side. I'm not gonna lie. Defensively, he helped me out a lot.
He did.
But offensively, I had to finish off in the playoffs.
Okay.
All right. Why are you wearing your jersey the other way? Like we already know.
Because next year,
Omar, he does not know how to dress himself.
Now, next year, I want everybody to know who I really, truly am. I'm a champion, man. Where's this guy at? Oh, Farhan's coming 15 minutes.
Okay. So listen, other than you and Muhammad, who called you Curry? Please tell me this.
Everybody calls me Curry.
Who?
Hey, David, don't lie. David, in Milwaukee, what do they all say?
That's our Curry, man. That's our Arabian Curry right there.
Thank you. Come on.
Hey, I'm just saying, I don't think I've heard anyone call him Curry by himself. That's all I'm saying.
Or you got to be your own biggest fan for sure.
Yeah, I'm a biggest fan.
Yes, you are.
But David, this was your first CMBL?
Yeah, first. Yeah.
So I think Asadi was telling you like you guys were trying to create your own team and you were supposed to join Beard Gang and then you ended up being in Cali Elite.
Yeah, so I've never played before this season CMBL. I've never played on a team that didn't have Abdullah on it, Abdullah Badwan.
Really?
So, because we coached together at Salam School.
Yeah.
So I started that like 2.5 years ago. So any league I joined, I was like, I'm only playing if Abdullah's on the team. So every team I went to, Ikra League, NMBT, I was like always with Abdullah every time.
So how did it feel playing against him?
It's weird. It's weird to play against Abdullah, but I mean, the good news is because NMBT in the last summer, I played with Esedi, Moj, Sarsour, Noah, and Ahmed Mahmoud. So that was normal for me. But playing against Abdullah was weird, bro. Well, I didn't even actually play. I didn't go that game because I didn't want to play against him.
Oh my God.
I didn't go.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was Beer Gang against Cali Elite. You didn't come.
I didn't come.
After
I was
Dallas,
like, bro,
after Dallas, I called Moj. I said, Moj, we gotta get David because that's Abdullah's best friend. Moj said, good luck. I said, bro, if we get David for One Athletics, it's over. Like that's our missing piece. And then Moj's like, go work your magic, SAD. I said, say less. After Dallas, we lost against Dallas with Farhan being the coach. I went back home. He ruined it for us. I said, David, I got it.
There's no quotation. Farhan sucks at coaching.
Man, this decision making that doesn't make no sense. So after Dallas, I wanted to come back to Dallas so bad. I was like, I got to get back to Dallas. I was like, I can't hop teams. I got to create my own thing, you know? So I called David. I said, David, bro, what are the chances you could play with me, bro? I want you now. Like now. He said, I'm down. Wallah. He's like, I'm down. I was like, bro, Abdullah, he's iffy, 50-50. He's hurt or he doesn't want to. You don't know. But I want to lock you in right now with us, our core. Moj, Sarsour, and David and me, that's the core. That's the core of the team. So if I get that core, I feel like we're good. That's like Iguodala, Draymond, Curry, and Klay Thompson. So I got that core locked in.
Let me guess who you think you are.
Right here, Curry. It says right there. Curry.
Thank God they teach you guys how to spell it in Milwaukee, man.
Hey, Milwaukee taking over Chicago. That's crazy.
So
I wanted to ask you, David, in terms of like your first CMBL experience. Like, what were your thoughts like before the season? I guess, what were you thinking? Like, how the league would be, and that towards the end, like once you guys won, like, was it like total 180 shift for you? Like how you thought coming in that the league would be, or you were
for sure. I had no idea what to expect, and I had just come off playing the Ikra League in Milwaukee, which was okay, like competitive wise. So I didn't really know what to expect specifically because it was an all Muslim league. And I remember after the first game, I just looked around. I went to my team. I was like, bro, why does everybody can shoot? Why can everybody shoot? Because I'm like making snap judgments first game. Like, oh, this guy probably can't hoop. This guy can hoop. This guy definitely can't hoop.
Yeah, facts.
It didn't matter who I thought could hoop or who couldn't. But everyone was flashing my mouth. It was crazy.
I told him. I said, bro, this league is probably one of the best leagues in America as a Muslim league. And I told him, I was like, everybody can hoop. Everybody's stacked up, right? And the number one team that shocked me that obviously fell off is You're Welcome. They fell off.
Yeah, and the reason why they fell off is because of injuries, right? A lot of the guys just didn't play this year, right?
Yeah.
But definitely, that is a team that is very dangerous when they're all healthy, right?
Dangerous.
And the unique thing about them is it's a positionless team. They play 1 through 5 because everyone guards their point guard, guards the center because they're all about the same height, right? Talent-wise, they all shoot, they're all fast, and they can all pass, and that's a good thing about that team, right?
Yeah.
But David, like the unique thing, and you mentioned this, right? And even you, SAD, like Chicago basketball players, especially Muslim ballers in Chicago, it's a unique experience.
Phenomenal.
We're trying to create that, right? We're trying, and there are other Muslim leagues in Chicago. There are, like you mentioned, Ikra in Milwaukee. But just the thing about us that we've been trying to create for the past 15 years is that product where it's not just you come play with your friends. Like you have to win. You have to go with the best players.
Let me give you guys, if I can cut in, because I just want to give you guys your credit and your props for sure. Because I played in the semi-pro league with Esedi in Milwaukee, I've played in other leagues, just adult leagues that were not Muslim. And by far, this is the best run, most competitive, most exciting league I've ever been a part of. So, like, that Sunday, I know we're going to get to Sunday in more detail, but I'm telling Essie, I woke up off 3 hours of sleep wired.
Hey,
I'm like, as an adult, you cannot find this type of energy, like, to lift you up and make you feel competitive again, like high school, like playing in the playoffs. But I woke up wired. I went to bed at 5 a.m., woke up at 8, watched film for 2 hours.
I told David, this is it. Sunday morning, I said, this is it. This is the run. We got to come in hot. If we strike first game, Green Bay is our set and tone. After Green Bay was Ruckus. Ruckus got upset. It was the craziest thing. Once I see Ruckus go down, I looked at Moj and David. I said, it's go time.
How surprised were you that they lost?
Man, our game plan, our film session was on Ruckus.
Right.
So when they won, Pillars won, we went to the bench. We said, yo, Pillars won. What's the game plan?
But let me tell you guys this. But I think that was your mistake because I personally think 1 through 8 on Sunday, I believe everyone had a chance to win. Right? Because, again, it's tournament style, right? If you get hot, you only got to win 3 games, right? It's not like a playoff setting where you play 1 game, you go home for a week, you come back. If you get hot that day,
Harun, you're saying that, but Adi Sabit, Basit, and Ahmad in the playoffs, that's dangerous, bro.
It is dangerous.
I'd rather go against them, no offense to Pillars, against Pillars, NS, Asfar, and Sikander. Who's the bigger 3 matchup, right?
But that's the thing. But that's the thing about our tournament style. Again, that's another thing that we're different. We do a tournament style playoffs where if you get hot in that first game, you're gonna consistently stay hot because you're playing 3 games in less than 5 hours, right?
But you're right. But Pillars even told us. Pillars said Ruckus took up their whole energy.
Yeah.
So when they played against us, Essedy, Moj, Sarsour, David, Ahmad, they didn't know what to do. Because Green Bay, they thought they were going to come out hot on us. David, am I right? They were talking so much smack.
Crazy.
They were talking crazy.
Why they talk like that? I don't know.
So my first game, I took that personal. I was like, I love Big Mo, and I love the guys. Jonah, those are my brothers. But that game, I didn't look at them as my brothers.
You shouldn't.
It wasn't my brothers. It looked at them like I was a shark, and I smelled blood first game. And I was like, I'm going after them.
And that's the thing. I tell everyone this all the time, man. Between the lines on that hardwood, man, there are no friends.
But did you see the fight? There was a fight. You came and broke it up.
What was it between?
It was Green Bay and us. It was tension. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember. I forgot what happened.
Like I'm
pretty sure you started it somehow.
I didn't start it. I just said, listen, better next time.
The ref told me I started it. That's what the ref told me.
Yeah. All I know is Green Bay was talking. We just it was belt to the, what Boss usually says, belt to the, you feel me? So,
do you guys like the tournament style? Like every other league does like first round, second round, then like max they'll do like a semifinals and finals on the same day. Like I feel like 3 games in 1 day, like you're like cooked by the time you're
cooked. You're cooked. I'll tell you, like for instance, that final, if we played PYP on just a single game or a second game, it would have been a different game because they didn't have the legs at that point, and like neither did we, but we're younger. I personally am not as young as the rest of my team, but I'm in really good shape. So like we were just able to get by Sarsour, me, Essedy, Moj, Noah, like Sharaf, like we were able to just get by on just like adrenaline and ibuprofen, honestly. But you play that game 1 of 1, like just on 1 day, it's a different game if everybody's fresh. So there's merits. There's merits and demerits to both.
PYP is a tough team. Not gonna lie, we were expected to be a close game the whole time, but like I said, they were very tired. Everybody.
But that's the thing. But again, I like what Farhan did, and he suggested doing the 1 day tournament style because at the end of the day, I think you are going to get upsets, right? You are going to get that team that's probably tired, and the team that's just the underdog. They're just going to play with heart, right?
Exactly.
Whoever plays with more heart, man, at that point is going to win that game.
Exactly.
Who's more talented, and that's why I love this tournament style game. When you're playing 3 games, honestly it doesn't matter who has more talent. At that point, it's who wants it more.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. No, it's a great thing. And the thing is, that's what off season's for. Train your butt. Who's in the gym? It's gonna show in the playoffs. Whoever's in the playoffs is in the gym 24/7.
Oh yeah.
If you're tired in a second round playoffs, ask yourself this: fix your diet.
Yeah, and David, you mentioned earlier, like this is probably one of the more competitive leagues, with the one that's more well organized and whatnot. Like even the league just ended 2 weeks ago, and me and Farhan are already talking about what we can do for next season to make it better, to make it more competitive, to offer you guys more stuff. Like we're already talking about what to do next season. Like you saying you woke up like on 3 hours of sleep. I wake up every morning like, wait, what can we do to make this better? Right?
That's a blessing. Yeah, that's a blessing.
You can tell.
We're consistently thinking of things to make better, whether it be this.
But the words are going around right now, man. Pally Elite. How are we gonna stack up?
Like no one's talking about Pally Elite. Stop talking about yourself.
No, but you're right. Wallah. Like the league, I don't know if it can be advanced even more, but I think it's perfectly fine.
Look, no, I'm sure you guys have ideas, and if you were willing to share any of them that are like not kind of like top secret type of thing, I'd love to hear them. But what I'll say is this: like everybody, especially people like me and Estedy who are older, who love the game of basketball, you give us the feeling of being back in that world at its peak. The personalized backpacks, the games every week, the matchups, the podcast, all this stuff. Yeah, like the stats, everything, the playoffs, the trophies, like all of that, it keeps that alive, like that kid in you that grew up playing to win. But you had way more opportunities when you were 13, 12, 14, and you kind of run dry once you get into college if you don't hoop in college. So like that is the number one calling card. What I'd say is it's so well organized, and it touches on like the heart of what really competitive basketball players want when they become adults.
And that's the thing. And I'll be honest, I'll probably say maybe 75% of the players in the league played high school organized basketball, right? I'll say maybe 30 to 40% played college ball, right? So that's why I think it's a very competitive league, is because people are not just, saying, getting their cousin or their friend, hey, let's go play in CNBL. No, it's like, listen, we got to win. Like,
yeah,
we got to beat Pally Elite, right? So, right? So people are stacking their teams. And it's not, I mean, like, Omer plays with PYP, but he's not playing just with friends. He's playing with guys who know how to play, right?
Exactly.
These guys are recruiting each other. And every year, I'm telling you, man, every year, I'll probably say 5 to 10 players who I'm like, where the hell does this guy come from? Like, I've never seen him before. Yeah, it's definitely a unique experience.
But the thing is, Osman, he be recruiting players from overseas, bro. He be booking up. He be booking up flights. He be booking.
Farhan recruited someone from California, so I'll tell you that.
Hey,
who was from overseas on PYP?
Huh?
Who was from overseas that was on PYP?
Shafiq.
He's from Florida.
Bridgeview is not overseas. Bridgeview is like 10 miles away from us.
Hey, I know. Osman, check his call log. I bet you from South Africa, from Brazil, anybody who's Muslim.
If you don't be too careful, he's gonna convert Air Tunji to be a Muslim.
Wallah, bro, he's a private person, bro.
He's almost there, man. He's almost there.
Hey, he got it like that. I ain't gonna lie. He be converted, mashallah.
I wanted to get your guys' thought. I want you guys to break it down every game, like in terms of like Green Bay, Pillars, and like PYP. Like, how did you guys like match up? How were you guys like mindset?
Green Bay was a personal game. I didn't care what was our game plan was to kill, just kill. No like matchup. Switch everything and kill. That's it.
Like in terms of like how did you guys like go? Like, was there any moment where you were just like, okay, like we were maybe getting down behind or any how did you guys like, okay, you guys played in the first round to get into the championships. Did you guys like rest star players a little bit earlier? Did you guys not did you guys like play all 5 out, give full out energy? Like you guys were thinking about playing Ruckus, right? So it's like, were you guys like trying, like what was your strategy first round?
Well, our biggest issue is Moj. Moj he has a lot of cramps problems and issues. So I've been helping him out for the past 6 months before this one athletics. So we work out together, we train together, we do everything together. He has cramps in his legs all the time, and David knows. Like I told him, bro, we gotta sub him out because he's always cramping up. He's always like mashallah for the kid. He's very athletic and I feel like the best athletic person in the league. But the thing is, the kid has cramps. You feel me? He always cramping up either his calves, quads.
So I eat bananas and drink water, man.
He drinks a lot of water. So I guess it's just genetics. I don't know what it is. And I told him, I was like, bro, listen to your body, sub out in between, like get 5 to 4 minutes. We have a good bench. Like, we have Mahmoud, we have Noah, we have Ahmed Tahsin. We have a solid bench. I can give him like a good 5-6 minute breathers. But then in the championship game, it was different. I feel like you got to turn the switch on because PYP, you can't sleep on PYP.
Yeah, but Green Bay, I'm gonna tell you, Green Bay, if there was no, because Harun, what you said was like, right, 1 through 8 can win it. So we knew once the playoffs started, there was no taking it easy on any team. Like the way I was thinking, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just give everything I have every game, and I'm gonna keep delaying the consequences to my body until as far as I can. So I did Green Bay. I took 4 ibuprofen. I did 5 pillars. I took 8 ibuprofen. So it's like I was just doing everything every game, and everyone on the team was doing the same thing. It was, we're gonna give everything. We're gonna win. Inshallah, we win, and then once we win, we'll just do what we have to do. And then once we win the whole championship, we'll deal with all the consequences of how hard we played and all the injuries and cramps and all that stuff. We'll deal with that at the end. But it was every game was all out because I was picking up 94 feet every single game from the start to the finish.
I was thinking shooting the ball in 20 feet. I ain't gonna lie.
He only has one thought in his brain anyway.
SAD is allergic inside the 3-point line, so he only plays 65 feet.
Oh, me, bro. I get too proud. That's why I got
David, as a premier perimeter defender, who was the hardest player you guarded this year?
Hardest player I guarded this year? That's a good question. As a primary matchup, the person who had a period of the game where they cooked me was Oates. This is the first time I ever guarded him. He was just flying past me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
So it took me a whole half to figure out how to guard him. So that primary matchup on a switch, like a person who was really tough to guard in a switch, who I'm thankful he never came back to the league after 3 games, was that dude from Your Welcome that played Sammy or whatever his name is.
Yep.
Yes. On a switch, like he played very fundamental, but his size, his strength, and his shot making made him very, very difficult to guard.
Yeah. And it's funny because you mentioned Oates. Like, I'll be honest, man. The guy dribbles faster than a lot of people run without the ball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And again, that's what I'm saying, especially with that. And you mentioned Sammy. They're both on the same team. Again, man, if they're a full squad, man, they would have been very, very dangerous in the playoffs.
Oh,
they would have been tough. They would have been tough. Like I was looking forward to guarding Ali Sabit or Basit, like on Ruckus. Like because those were guys I've never guarded.
Even though Basit had a struggle this season because of a lot of players on the team, you can't let Basit get high in the playoffs. Because if Basit gets 1 or 2 threes goes through, his mindset is killed. So you can't let Basit do his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like Rutgers is a dangerous team, to be honest.
100%.
Oh, you know who I have to give a shout out to? Like, because because I'm used to guarding ball handlers. So people who put the ball on the floor, I'm the most comfortable with. But you know who fried me in the 4th quarter against Out of Lockdown was what's that guy's name? The one who hit the shot on Essity.
Ahmed Jalad.
Yeah. He started coming up the screens, and they were just screening me left and right. He was just boom, boom, 3 in a row. I was like, all right, that was probably where I played the worst defense of the whole season.
He's a great catch and shoot player.
Yeah.
He is.
I think he's a great catch. I just feel like he got to fix his attitude. If he fixes his attitude and gets that toxic out of his system, he's going to be a great player.
And he's still young.
How old is he?
I think he's still in college, just graduated maybe.
Mashallah, he's a really good shooter, man. I just got to get that mentality right. But
that's the thing. A lot of again, I don't know how old everyone is in the league, but a lot of these younger guys, they have that mindset that they've been the best player on their team, right? Now you're playing with people who are good as well, right? Just as good, maybe even better at you in certain positions of the game, right? So again, like you're right, you gotta get into that mindset where, listen, I am usually the best player, but sometimes I gotta be a role player this game. Like this game, like David's like this game, like all I'm doing is just bringing the ball up and dishing it out and setting screens.
A lot of people came up to me after the game and said, "SCD, I respect you." I said, "Why?" After the championship game, it was like, "Yo, we really respect you because we know what kind of player you are." But the 4th quarter, why did you sit out? I said against PYP, he's like, "Why did you sit out?" I was like, "I went 0 for 3, and things weren't going my way. So I had to trust my teammates that, to see what Shut came in the game and guess look what he did.
Listen, he's a great man. Listen, with somebody that ugly of a form, he can shoot, man.
Shut came in the game, proved me wrong. Because I always get on his butt all week. Get in the gym. Stop being lazy. And he proved me wrong. Fourth quarter, I sat down the whole fourth quarter, took my ego away, and watched basketball.
Yeah.
Moj, Shut, Sarsour, David, and Ahmed Mahmoud just finished the job.
You know, Ahmed is married to my wife's cousin.
No way. Yeah, he did say that. It's crazy.
Yes, it's a small world, man.
Yeah, small world. Yeah, Mahmoud, that's another good pickup. Another great defender.
Yes.
Another great defender, mashallah. But, I mean, like I said, man, I just trusted the guys this year, and I feel like to Dallas, I gotta make some new recruitments. So we gotta
win it with your squad.
Huh?
You guys can't win it with your current squad right now.
Have you seen Dallas? Hold on, tell me about Dallas.
Listen, I'll be honest, man. SCD, I think that's gonna be a big mistake because your team right now, the way it's built, it works, right? I think that's where a lot of teams. Listen, that's where
I get that, but I'm talking about a big man. Have you seen their big man there?
Yes, but not every
6'8". The Somalians. The reason why did you watch the finals? Somalians won because a 6'7" dude, and then the DC have a 6'6" dude. Who's gonna guard it?
No. They won because they're playing team ball.
They are playing team ball, but they do have size. How to watch tape.
Yes, but you listen with a court that big, you can easily tire out their players.
You think so?
Yes, and trust me, man. I see it. Listen, I've been doing this for over 20 years, man. The biggest mistake a lot of these teams make is we have to make changes. But you played good with who you have. Trust it. Build on it. You know?
Yeah, but all I'm saying is not changing anything. I'm not changing the team. I just need to add a big man.
Yeah. Maybe.
Does that make sense? And David, the thing is, David is a point guard, but he also does something on the defensive end that nobody else does. Defense and offense.
Yes. Right.
You know?
Yeah, listen, I mean, if you could add maybe a big guy, because you guys have perimeter shooting, you have perimeter defenders, you have team ball, right? You have all that. Maybe adding a big guy will definitely help you guys out. I just don't think you have to change much. I'll be honest with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the big man, one of the key reasons the big man is if we don't have one, it sometimes Moj is the one who gets the brunt of the. Yeah. He ends up having to do too much work for rebounding purposes, and we lose his offense. And he's our second, sometimes our best offensive player on any given day. So if he works too hard rebounding, it's a waste of his talent when we could just get a 6'5" guy.
But who from the league as a big man do you guys see yourself working well with?
That's to be announced. To be announced right now. I can't.
Are you guys already working on it?
A lot of people are 5'11" telling me I could be your big man. I'm like, yo, you're 5'11". You played a point guard your whole life. Chill, my boy. So I don't know.
Are you gonna recruit someone from Iran?
Huh?
You might have to get someone from Iran. From who are you playing?
Bro, I'm trying to find me a solid big man. I don't know, man. Inshallah, look, it's not my team. It's Moj's team. So everything goes through Moj. We all know that. So whatever Moj wants, he has to be agree with him anyways. I can't say anything. I'm just the hype man. You feel me? I'm the vocal guy. But everything got to go through Moj, and David knows that too.
I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to switch a little bit to North Carolina now. I feel like you guys had hear me out, because I feel like you guys on paper, I felt like you guys had a better team coming to North Carolina.
David, you got to talk about that one, man.
I'll take this one. I'll take over this one.
Then you said
I can't sleep. Wallahi, I couldn't sleep for 2 days. Wallahi, bro. Tell him the last play too. What we drew up too.
What seed were you guys going to the playoffs for North Carolina?
4th.
3.
Oh, 3.
So you guys,
yeah, we're 3.
So like, if you brought that team to like Dallas, I would assume, like, I thought you guys were doing a trial for Dallas, like bringing that team to North Carolina. And it's like, all right, let's figure this out. But it's like you guys lost in the first round. Like, I want to get your, like, I feel like you guys came from a championship to losing in the first. Like, how did, like, are you guys? We're just trial and error, or like what was going on?
That's back-to-back weekends too. I think we had just won, and then a week later we thought we were going to win again, and then we lost in the first round as the number 3 seed. So So actually, what's interesting, that was low key supposed to kind of be our original team for CMBL, like
NMBT too.
NMBT too. Like we kind of in the background, early months before CMBL, it was like potentially going to be this group, and then everybody talked, and we went with 2 Milwaukee teams instead of 1, so everybody could go hoop. But like on paper, I agree. Like on paper, we were so strong in North Carolina. But you got to think, even on paper, I feel like the Pali Elite team was strong. 4 weeks into the CMBL, we were 1-3 going into the back-to-back against Green Bay. We were 1-3. We finished 2-3 after 4 weeks, and we got the break. If we didn't get that break, who knows what would have happened? So it took us 8 weeks to get it together, and then we had another week or 2 off. And then it all came together in 3 games, right?
We made the playoffs. You're right. We made the playoffs. Top 4.
We tried to put this team together and win it. And basically, after they had 9 games of playing a certain style, we had 11 games of playing a different style, and everybody got uncomfortable. And it's not that. Look, everyone who came from Beard Gang, they all accepted their role. They came in no ego. They did exactly what we wanted them to do, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. Ego, no ego. So no one had any ego. We were all trying to do what was best for the team, but everybody was like thrown off a little bit. You're used to cutting in this spot and you get the ball and you're open and there's a guy posting up there. Or you're used to cutting through to the corner and it's open, but there's someone on the wing. And like what happened with Pali Elite in the playoffs, everything was synchronized. We had figured it out. We didn't have to think. It's just things were a machine. They were just running. But once things started to go wrong for us in North Carolina, we couldn't figure out a way to make them go right, to be honest.
But that's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that you bring another 2-3 guys to Dallas, that's going to ruin your chemistry. It's like,
no, I hear you on that for sure.
Look what happened to Rutgers. Like, none of the full team showed up till playoffs, and they lost because like they didn't know where to be where, right? Like,
exactly.
So it's like that is gonna mess you up in Dallas. It's like you bring in 1 guy, 2 guys, okay, substitutions, where people are at. Like unless you guys have like practices or something, or like you guys like doing some trial and error tournaments or leagues and stuff, I feel like it's not gonna be as successful than going like unless you played with them. Like I feel like a good pickup would be like Sikander, like someone who you guys played with before, like a little bit, like someone like that.
Yeah, and that's really like so there's basically 2 ways, because here winning the first one is hard, but winning the second one is harder than winning the first one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And what happens is the team, if we're as good as we were 2 Sundays ago or however long that was ago when we won, we'll never win again. We won't win one more championship. We have to be better than what we were when we won. There's basically 2 routes. Individual pieces get better and our chemistry gets better, and that's a very feasible route. Or you do additions, right? And to your point, Mohammed, you don't want to do too many because you don't want to sacrifice how good the chemistry we had is and how good the chemistry we have is, and the fact that all of our pieces could still get better, like not as individual players and within their roles. But I think we could afford to add one person who fills a very specific role, not only as a player, but also as a personality. They have to fit the personality. If they don't fit the team ethos of unselfish T-ball, willing to take whatever role, it's cooked. Don't bring them. I don't care if they're 7 foot.
And for me personally, what I saw in North Carolina was a prime example of what everyone is saying, right? Like, you could want a lot of pieces to add to your team, but in reality, what do you need, right? You guys keep saying you need a big man. Okay, to get that big man, that's it. You could want more shooters, but now, okay, is that shooter going to want to stand in the same spot that SAD stands in, right?
Right.
If you guys want another point guard, is that point guard's style different than what David is used to running, right? Like, you need a position to fill, because if you want more players, just to say you want better players on your team, again, a lot of these basketball teams that win championships have great role players.
Exactly. It's definitely not better, because I'm going to tell you, the 8 guys who played and won, they're all coming back. We're all coming back. All 8 of us, everyone's coming back, because what you just said, Harun, is those guys are stars in their roles. Like, to be honest, game 1, game 2, and even the final, all the games, Noah probably played as many minutes, if not more minutes in some games than me, because I knew the way I play, I can't play every minute. My body's going to give out.
Yeah.
And Noah came in, certain games he gave us 10 points, other games he gave us 3 steals, but he always kept what I did and either improved upon it or did something different that added to the team.
Yeah.
Ahmed Mahmoud, the same thing, and Ahmed Bashir, the same thing.
Exactly.
So what's different for them, and Shutuf's a good example. Like, Shutuf is used to getting his points from the flow of the offense. So if he gets 8 shots and they're all threes, he's probably going to make at least 3. Just because he's accustomed to shooting from his role.
Yeah.
It's a different thing when you're used to being a star, and then all of a sudden you get shots in different spots at different timings with different rhythms, and now you can't score the same way, and you don't even feel comfortable. Then you lose your confidence. Then it affects the whole team. So to your guys' point, the full 8 got to come back, and then we're looking at potentially one more addition to fill a very specific role.
And like, and there was rumors that for North Carolina, Ali Sabit was supposed to go with you guys, right? And when I personally heard that, listen, Ali's a great player, but he did not match your style at all. The reason why I say that is Ali is a great one-on-one offensive player who holds the ball a lot, but you guys move that ball around, and that's how you guys win, right? So when you guys said that Ali was coming with you guys, like, man, that is not a good mesh, right? Again, no disrespect to Ali, he's a great player, but I just didn't. His style does not match Pally Elite style.
Yeah,
Well, so-
but the thing is, it wasn't Pally Elite's team. This is Beard Gang's team.
Yeah, true.
David, how would you say it, David? How would you explain that? Like, it wasn't.
It's not even that. It's just it was a combo team. It was like Pally Beard Gang, you know, and there was three from them, 4 from us, right? So it was pretty split down the middle. The thing is, because we knew Noah wasn't coming and he's my backup. So when I saw the roster, I'm like, I need a backup. Like, somebody got to be able to run the point.
So Ali Saba was our backup.
Yeah, and so because one of the things too,
he's not a backup.
no, I would have became the backup. I would have became the backup.
Yeah, he would have became. Yeah, he would have become.
He would have become the starter. I would have become the backup.
Like as a backup coming, like, you know,
like as another point guard option. But the thing with him, you got to think about, Ali Sabit did play college. So one thing I think is that if you play college basketball, you do know how to play within a team concept and a system. I know he was a star at Loras too, especially once he got to Loras. Once he left Chicago and went to Loras, he was a star, and he averaged like 19 a game. But I think part of the way he plays with Ruckus is due to personnel. Now, he may be more comfortable that way just because that's how he's been playing, but I think he would be comfortable even if it wasn't with Pally Elite. If he played with a team, because one thing about him, if you watch the game when they lost the Pillars, he really played within the flow of the game, almost to the detriment of the team. Like, he was letting the game pass him by in a way because he was letting the game come to him, and his teammates weren't doing a good enough job. And then he tried to take over in the 4th, and he got it close, but he couldn't do enough with the time that was remaining. So he's someone who, while he is ball dominant, you can also tell he doesn't force the game. So I think
funny how you mentioned that, because like, yeah, he's a great player in college, in a system that worked with him under a coach, right?
Yep.
Now we're talking about tournaments and leagues where there are no coaches. Like, you guys coach yourself, right? So like, if SCD says, "Hey, Ali, you have to sit," David, jump in. Like, you know, like there's gonna be some pride issues regardless of who you are, right? And again, Ali is a great player, and I don't want to keep bringing up, you know, Ali, but I'm just bringing it up because of North Carolina. But
you're right.
Like, in North Carolina, like, there is no coach, right? Like, if David's like, "Man, Ali, I don't think you're doing a good job. I think you just gotta sit down," or whatever it is. There might be some pride issues, right? I personally don't know Ali, but what I've seen in tournaments over the last 15, 20 years that we've been doing, I've noticed that a lot of these players who've played college ball, semi-pro, overseas, that when you play in this tournament style setting that we set up for you guys, it's a different mindset, right? Like, you're going in like, I'm the best player, I should not sit, right?
Yeah, but that's a good – for me, like I said, I played overseas, I played college. As David will play right now. I accepted coming off the bench. Before the season started, I said, listen, if the team wants to win, in order for you to win in any tournaments, any leagues, you got to accept.
Because you know there are 5 better players than you. That's why you accepted that role.
Hey, listen, it worked in PYP. So I trust the Shutuf too. But like I said, unselfish basketball always wins out too.
100%.
And I think one thing that's important, and SD can tell you about this, because I'm sure word already got around what happened after we lost against Pillars with me and SD on the bench. I'm sure everybody and their mom was talking about us yelling at each other on the bench.
You mean when you guys are yelling at? Oh no, we got that in video.
Man,
But I'll tell you, hey, SD can tell you. Hold on, SD. Let me just say this. I'll let you take over. SD can tell you. Number one, I'm not afraid to bring conflict to the table. But number two, having conflict and getting it out in the moment is one of the big reasons we won this season. SD, take it over.
It showed you care.
Facts. We got into it. Wait, what game did we get into it?
Les Shabab.
What is it?
Les Shabab.
Les Shabab. Me and David, we fought. We fought each other on the court. Like, we fought. But then, again, for me, I said, you know what? This is what we need to win. That's what we need to fix things, to adjust things. We texted each other. We called each other. Yo, bro, how can we figure it out? We need to win this. And the same thing after the game against NC, against Pillars lost, we drew up a play. The play went just scrambled.
I was shocked at the resolution of the play. I'll be honest.
That wasn't the play.
I'm watching. I was like, that is not what they drew up 100%. No way.
No.
Yeah, there was a few breakdowns. There was a few breakdowns in the play.
So after the play, I literally lost it. Like mentally, I was like, what the hell?
Saw that. Yeah, we saw that.
What happened? So then I was just so emotional, I couldn't like breathe. So then David was just like, we're going back and forth at it. He was like, we were crazy. And everybody in the gym was hearing this whole conversation.
Yep.
So it was funny because Najee said, it's over. S-City to Arab lockdown. I got him.
Listen, he's been trying for the last 3 years, man.
He was right next to me, and I was in tears. I couldn't even pay attention because how mad I was losing against. Mashallah, Pillars play. The thing is, Pillars had heart. You know, they play with heart, and they played very, very just amazing basketball, phenomenal the whole time. Like they say, composed. They played a 1-3-1. They called timeout. They played amazing. So long story short, man. After I got yelled at by David, we just went back and forth. Everybody in the gym thought it was over. I had Ruckus even texting. Ruckus like, yo, bro, are you guys good? Like, what's going on? You know? So then after that, bro, I was just like, nah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, you gotta fix these things. Where did Muhammad go?
He said his power went out.
Oh, no way.
Where is he at?
No, we're still alive. We're good.
Oh, okay.
We're good. I have no idea.
I don't know. One question I want to ask you on this topic is like, you might have seen it before, because something I noticed is I feel like a lot of teams, a lot of players, they have frustrations and things they want to say to their teammates, but then they just hold it in and it affects how they play. And then they tell everybody else but the person they have the problem with.
That's bad.
So listen, so what happened with you guys, there's two paths you could take from that, right? One is you get frustrated, you talk to each other, you yell at each other, whatnot. After the game, you say, listen, we know what we messed up on, let's fix it. The other one is, screw you, I'm never playing with you again, right?
Exactly.
Right? So there's two paths you could take. And even like you said, David, like there could be a game where Esadi and myself were just cursing each other out. And instead of me telling Esadi, you sucked because of this, I go to Omer and say, listen, Esadi just sucked, right? And Omer tells Osman tells Farhan, and it comes back to Esadi. Esadi comes back to you like, what the hell, man, right? So there's different ways you could handle these conflicts, and I think the way that you guys handled it definitely helped you guys out and made you, I think, a stronger team.
Yeah, I mean, in the mid-season one, especially after Les Shabab, because listen, we yelled it out, right? We got in each other's faces, we yelled, boom. Then he and we went to Chai Tea. Then we drove home the hour and a half together. We didn't stop talking for that whole hour and a half. Wallahi, we were just talking for an hour and a half. Then we met up that week in the gym twice to talk more and train and do a little bit of stuff together. But it was like me and Esty. So the reason why, like obviously everyone else from the outside is looking like, oh, you guys are like maybe on the verge of blowing it up. But to me and him, that's just another Friday. Like sometimes we get like that.
Yeah,
and we both know how to move on from it.
Move on, and now we're looking at NMBT. Like, okay, how can we adjust as that NC first round loss? How can we make adjustments to be a stronger core and to come as full horsepower into that tournament? Because that tournament is not an easy tournament. Two years ago with Pillars, it was the Somalians. Last year it was PYP. So now, but every year it's just stronger and stronger. Mashallah, stronger and stronger and stronger.
And that's the unique thing about NMBT, right? Like, again, like NMBT, we've been around for 15 years, right? We toured for 4 years. We stopped. We kept in Chicago for about 10. Now we brought it back. The reason why we brought it back is a lot of teams who travel asked us, listen, come to the East, come to the West, come to the South, come to the North. We're like, all right, let's try the East, see what happens. You guys saw it, you felt it. Teams that, and so you guys travel from Milwaukee to Chicago, right? But traveling to a whole different state that's, 3-hour flight or 12-hour drive, it's a different environment because now you're renting hotels, right? Now you're going through that mindset like the NBA playoffs where, okay, I'm on the road. Am I going to go out and have fun, or am I actually going to stay in, watch video, and try to see what we need to do? So it's a whole different mindset. Chicago is just a different beast. The reason why I say that, you got teams from Seattle, California, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, New York. Everyone wants to come to Chicago because it is in the middle, but we built this program so much over the last couple of years that, alhamdulillah, like, again, we had over 60 teams, whether it be youth through adults, but everyone, and I mean, just the environment, man.
Yeah, that's the big difference right there.
The environment is different, man. When you have 4 courts going on for 10 hours, it's packed with hundreds and thousands of fans that are just packing that gym. And like David, you said, like it reminds me of high school.
The whole city's there.
And because like last year, there were some very good adult games, but those 18U games, or I don't know if it was 17U last year, but 17U last year and some 15U games were insane. Yes. And then they would stay and come watch the adults. So like the energy around the gym was always like 50, 60, 80 people watching one game, and then they turn their head to the court right next to them and they start watching the other game. And if you just see one person, like last year in NMBT, there was a couple halves where SD scored 20 points and a half, over 20 points and a half. So you see that, you start watching. You see one guy come up, slam it. You're like, oh, wait, maybe I need to start watching him. You see PYP or Pillars, the way they play, like, oh, maybe I kind of want to start watching him. So there's someone to catch your attention everywhere, especially with all the kids in the gym too.
Yes, yeah, the kids love it, and the kind of environment that I like to create at NMBT is a little bit different than everyone else. I keep all the curtains up because I want everyone to be able to catch every action going on in all 4 courts.
Yeah.
For example, if we had the curtains down, somebody on court 1 won't know what's happening on court 3 or 4. But if we had the curtains up and you hear somebody yelling, you're gonna see these kids. I mean, and these kids run. I swear to God, I seen a pack of like 7 or 8 kids running from court 1 to court 4.
Do you remember the Pillars and Somalian game 2 years ago?
Yes.
When they packed up the whole court?
Yes.
We couldn't hear at the free throw line, "You're a bum." I'm like, who? Like, where is you? Well, all the Somalians came from Minnesota. They all came out to support their guys. So you got cities coming out to support their guys. It's crazy. That's the crazy thing about it.
And the unique thing about that is, again, because we have the youth and adult divisions, you have these teams that travel together, right? Like you said, like when the Somalians from Minnesota knew that their adult team was playing in the finals, all the youth stayed and watched them, right? Even when Milwaukee played last year and they had the Milwaukee youth team, all those kids cheering you guys on, right? So these guys are representing their cities. You got these Chicago, even in Chicago, you got the north suburbs, west suburbs, south side, and whatnot. When they know their friend's brother is playing, they're going to support and yell, right? So, again, that's the environment we're trying to create. And alhamdulillah, it's getting to that point, man. It's people are talking about it. It's a unique experience.
It's the best experience.
Yeah, the best.
All I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I was saying all I'm saying is back to a little bit of like the CMBL is that Farhan deleted the Ruckus versus Pillars game. Otherwise, I don't know where it went. There's no way it just magically disappears. I can't see on YouTube, so I'm just like, hey, like I just gotta put that on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That's fun. But you think Ruckus is coming back next year?
Yeah.
Kind of.
What do you think? I want to know how is that going to be?
Hunter, they're coming back with a few different players. Let's just put it that
way. Do you think next season is going to be a tough season too?
Yes, and a few reasons. One is building up on the success that we had this year with everything that we did, and then also everything that the players did in terms of providing the competitive nature, the environment. Again, like I said earlier, we're doing stuff and thinking about stuff how to make it better, right? like one idea, and David, you said like secrets. It's not really a secret, but one idea that Abid brought up from DFL earlier on the podcast, like doing a mid-season tournament, right? Similar to the NBA Cup that they have, right? So, for example,
But hold on, 8 games is too short, bro.
that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Man.
So we're adding games, right? So we definitely want to add games, right? There's different features we want to add. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff, man. We're thinking about
The All-Star is nice though, but people gotta be more serious about that though.
it is.
I told Musab this. I said extend the season to 12 games. Do it instead of the All-Star game, do a mid-season tournament and do like a Final Four, and the winner of that in-season tournament basically gets like half their money back or something like that.
I don't know about money back. I mean, we're already losing money. So.
Yeah,
Or like
I wouldn't
some
say
cash prize,
I wouldn't say money. I would just say like gear. I like gear.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. Trust me, man. We're already thinking about everything. So.
But just more games because 8 games is not enough.
I know.
Yeah.
And
12 would be nice. Even if it was like 9 or 10, and then the in-season tournament gets you to 12, like 12 would be a nice number.
Yeah, because 8 games is so short, man.
I agree, but again, as commissioners of the league and organizers, we have to be realistic in the sense, like, okay, first of all, we can't make the season 6 months long, right?
Yeah, right.
Another thing is we can't add so many games that it out budgets a lot of players, right? Like a lot of you guys are already dropping, $100, $120, $130, whatever it is. Now, we make the season that much longer. Now you're gonna ask people to drop 200. I mean, realistically, a lot of you guys say, yeah, we'll do it, but when it comes to it, a lot of people are not gonna do it. So we have to be realistic in the sense that, listen, you can make it longer, but realistic in the sense, okay, we could add 2 or 3 games, not charge that much more, but still offer the same product, So we have to be realistic with everything that we do.
Yeah, because a lot of people complain about less games. There's no chance to come back. This, and that, and
Every team gets sponsored. Every team finds a sponsor.
Trust me, man. I mean, again, we're doing that for NMBT. We're doing a sponsor ambassador program where if you bring a sponsor, your fee is waived.
That's a great deal.
And we'll do the same thing in CMBL. Like if you bring us a sponsor, your fee is going to be waived. That's a win for us and a win for you guys because you guys basically get your fee waived, right? Also for us, we get more sponsors. We get more exposure in the sense that more people want to sponsor us, and it's just a win-win for everyone. So that's definitely something. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this. We're every week we're looking at something to make it better, whether it be CMBL, NMBT, flag football, the youth stuff. Every day we're thinking of something. And listen, you saying that you guys don't sleep? I don't sleep. So
it's a blessing, man. It's a good thing to have.
Who do you guys think next season? I'm gonna tell you right now, people are preparing for next year. Like they are already like.
Oh, we already know.
Like it's gonna be harder. Like ever since Dallas thing came up, every season people have been stacking. Like now, you'll see someone from out of the country next year. I'm guaranteeing. Just watch. So I'm curious, who would you guys put in? This is a very, very, very early prediction. But if you had to put another top 4 team in the Final Four, or a top 4 team, including you guys, who would you put?
But before you guys do, Omer, in the sense that you keep talking about Dallas, I think Chicago is a little bit different than other cities. I think a lot of basketball players here have too much pride where they want to win the league, right?
They want to win, but the added, it's
it is.
Added,
Dallas is a cool feature to end or to add to winning. I personally feel like a lot of players want to win because CMBL is different, right?
Yes. I think CMBL, man. I feel like winning CMBL, it just puts a statement, saying, you know what?
It does.
I promise you, I just got into it, and me and Sikander, we always talk about this. Sikander's my best duo playing with him before I met Pally Elite. We always talk about how CMBL it's the best feeling to win it because PYP, Ruckus, Pillars, and all these other guys, everybody wants to win. When you win it, it's like an NBA championship.
Listen, it's a stamp of approval, man.
Yeah, exactly. So
in the city of Chicago, it's a stamp of approval, and I have confidence in saying that.
I know who really, 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 really wants to win. It's Arab Lockdown. Najee, that guy's a die winner. He's dying to win, but
they were I actually started that team.
I know. He told me. Najee told me in NC when I was with them. He's like, yo, Me and Haroon, he started a team at the 10 years ago.
And we were a powerhouse back then. We won championships after championships. And then
How many championship was it?
Listen, I won with Out of Lockdown. I won with Shabab. I won with Ruckus. So I've won with every team that I played with. But the thing is that Out of Lockdown, I think that they messed up on. Every other team recruited younger guys. Out of Lockdown just kept on getting older. You know, like look at PYP, right? I mean, Osman is the original guy, but half the guys on that team didn't play the first 3 or 4 years. Ruckus, Farhan is the only original guy. Everyone else came afterwards, right? Out of Lockdown, you got Najih, you got Muhammad Awad, right? Like, and everyone that they're recruiting are people same age as them. so it's hard.
They got Armin. Armin is a good dude too.
Yes, and that's the difference now is they got Ahmad Jarad, they got Armin, like they're getting younger. They got Ahmad's younger brother, Yusuf. So they're getting younger. And it took them a long time to figure that out. So I think over the next couple of years, they're gonna kind of get stronger again. I believe so.
You think Jonah's sticking with them? You think he's sticking with them for CMBL or he's going back to Green Bay?
Man, let me put it after seeing how much fun he had with them in North Carolina.
That boy leaving.
Hey,
I don't know how loyal he is to Muhammad. I don't know.
Hey, Muhammad, he's mad right now at us. Bad.
He should be. Because listen, again, and I'm gonna say this, like
I feel bad though. I love that guy, man. I feel bad, but
listen, it's fun playing with your friends, but after you get that first taste, you're like, man, I gotta win.
You gotta win. You know, winning comes first. And I'm gonna just be honest. If I was Jonah and I had that much skill and I put that much time into basketball and I had a good time, like you test it out. Okay, I get along with them as human beings, as guys. You got to go over there because I'll tell you this. If he goes over there, then my top 4 would be us, PYP, You're Welcome, if they bring everybody back, and then Out of Lockdown would be my top 4.
And here's a unique thing with Out of Lockdown. If what I saw in North Carolina with Mu'taz as point guard, Jonah as a shooting guard, and Armin down low as a 3 or as a 4, and even Merton as a 5, that core, honestly, and they're all pretty young. They stay together, man. That is a strong.
Yeah, I said that. I said to Najee. I was like, yo, if you keep that core, man, y'all dangerous.
Dangerous. Solid. Very good team.
And that was the first time they all played together like that in a tournament setting. So
and that's what I'm saying. The league, they can get 8 games where they figure it out.
Yep.
It'll be different.
100%.
So, like, before we wrap up, it's almost hitting like an hour, and
we're having too much fun, Omer.
Hey,
I know. I was like, an hour not enough, but we have to end it. Otherwise, we're about to pass like midnight. But this is like the late night show with us of these.
You gotta show me your sunglasses, man. At 11:30 at night.
Locking in, man. Hey, I'm back in the gym for next year because I'm trying to get this back to back, man.
What I guess like the last thing I would ask you is like how are you guys preparing? I know Dallas is far away, but like NMBT in like until now to February, which I think we all were planning to go to Dallas too. Like what is from now? It's like July 7th to February. What are you guys gonna do till then to make
sure? So
David
said something very, very like that stood out to me is getting in the gym. If you get in the gym, everything's gonna get paid off. And I told David this from the beginning. How many shots? Like right before we started this, yo, you in the gym? Yo, am I in the gym? Moja, you in the gym? So you in the gym? Because it's not about talent. It's about how much hours you clock in the gym from now till February. That's a championship team. You know, I can't stress that enough.
And he's 100% right. It's the gym, but it's the intentionality behind what you're doing. So, like, I think one of the things that, without giving away too much of like our individual strategy as a team, is when you play 11 games with a team and with your teammates, you start to get clarified on like, oh, if I was able to do this particular skill a little bit better, it would help my team a lot. Like, you know, the 80-20 principle, like just 20% of my inputs can give me 80% of my outputs. So if I was able to do this one skill a little bit better that I kind of got exposed on, it would make the game easier for Esli. It would make the game easier for Moj. And so I think for me, I'm working on stuff right now that can, one, help me amplify the strengths of Esli, Moj, Sarsour, Shara for the rest of my team, but also that when they get taken away and the attention goes to them, I can capitalize at a higher degree on the opportunities that I was getting, and not being so kind of two-dimensional on how I score and kind of adding another layer to my game. And then with that said, it's just reps. Like, it's going before work, go to work, after work, go back, do it again, lift, take care of my body, make sure I'm in shape, because everything's tournament style at some point, right? When it comes down to winning the championship, whether it's Dallas, whether it's Chicago NMBT, whether it's the league, it comes down to, can you survive 3 games in a day, 6 games in a weekend, 5 games in a weekend? So your body got to be in tip-top shape.
It's cool you said that, David, because like I think you hit it correctly, where it's more of like building your own game, but at the same time understanding what your teammates' weaknesses, so you can help them out when they need that help, right? Like, for example,
100%.
like SAD sucks on defense, right? So you have to know. Listen, I gotta shade off of my guy just a bit, because SAD is gonna get blown by every single time.
Hey, I'm giving you 30. I'm giving y'all 30 every time. Yeah, hey, check the scouting report.
Hey, we need the second spectrum data on SAD blow by percentage, please.
Yeah,
We'll get it for you.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Check the scouting report, PYP. Hey, listen, hey, don't lie. Hey, what y'all do with Shafiq on me?
I mean,
30.
you barely hit double digits.
Hey,
Like,
hey, you feel me?
I don't know how you ended up with the Finals MVP. We were just like so confused. We're like, what? Like,
Because check the average of the whole
you should
playoff.
have given it to David. David should have gotten it.
Hey, listen,
We're starting drama here from PYP.
No. It's all love. He deserves it. But hey, when Curry won the Finals MVP, how come Iguodala didn't get it?
He did get it.
The last year.
I mean, Curry went. He fixed, like, when he won MVP. You saw the total game improvement of his, like, defense, offense, being able to be a leader and everything. Like, it's not
David.
that.
I wasn't. Hey, tell him what. I wasn't being a leader on that bench.
No, you did a great job, actually. You did a great.
You're a great leader on the bench.
He was doing the straight face.
Yeah. No. Being a leader.
Sarsour MVP.
Hey, that boy was. Hey,
Sarsour MVP. That's our Iguodala right there.
Defensive lockdown.
Yes.
Shout out Sarsour, man.
Man,
Listen, that was probably the easiest pick I had all year, as him
What?
as defensive MVP.
Man, it's not even close.
But Farhan doubted him, though. Farhan put Oates over him.
He must have just not seen Sarsour play, because once you see him play, it's just, there's no question. It's the physical tools are too overwhelming, bro. He's 6'5", long arms, super physical, good feet. Like, and then he's got the attitude. So,
yeah.
Hey,
it's different.
Man, what a Pally and Lee, man. Stop playing with me, man. I want a championship team. Hey, what they gonna say now when Athletics?
They're gonna say, how long did it take you to jump off this team?
Now I'm hey, 5 years, $280 million. Moj signed me. Moj just signed me, bro. Check Shams.
Right. Last question: what is one thing that you guys would add to the league if you were the commissioner, and what would be one thing you would get rid of?
Wait,
one thing add, one thing take away.
Yeah.
Hey, first thing I'm taking away, even though they're exciting, hey, take away the Elam ending for me personally, for our team. Get it out of there. We suck at it. We're just bad at it. No, I'm not saying it's not a good idea. It was a great idea, and it makes it way more exciting during the regular season. But it's bad for us. It's bad for us. Horrible. We blew every lead we had except for one. We blew with the Elam ending.
We could have had an undefeated season if we didn't blow that lead, bro.
Well, we did it too many times. And then one thing I would add. That's a good question. One thing I would add to the league to make it better. Actually, you got to start talking. Keep talking while I think about that.
Yeah. I would say add a shot clock.
It's hard.
So Beard Gang brought this up because they said it cost them the playoff game. Because
they didn't know. They didn't know about the 30-second shot clock. So they couldn't see it.
Their coach.
Yeah.
Everyone knew about it.
Because, like, for the rule was when the last 2 minutes, the guy from the scoreboard has to say it. But it was so loud. Green Bay, like, brought, like, their home crowd.
That's why. It's because they had those 30 guys on the bench.
I will say, though, as a player, you should have an idea so like how much time is left and when you have to shoot it.
It's your bench's responsibility to tell you.
It's still your responsibility. As a player, you have to know. If you get surprised by something, you just have to take it on the chin and be like, "Damn, I should have known that."
Are you gonna bring back that next year, the last plus 13?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Okay.
For regular season, we'll keep it. Again, it keeps that end of the game very entertaining and fast paced. Like you can't hold the ball.
Yeah,
You have to score.
Exactly.
Right.
You're right.
And yeah, you are right, David. Like, or whoever mentioned it about the scoreboard or score shot. We want to bring that shot clock. It's just we got to figure out how to do it. Like, not many facilities offer that opportunity, so you have to provide your own shot clock somehow.
What about playoffs? Just do it for playoffs.
It's not, yeah, but again, they're not cheap devices, man. They're expensive as hell.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They are.
Shoot, I didn't know that. I thought it was probably cheap.
No, we look for them, man. They're expensive.
Really? I thought it was like $30-$40 from
Add a few zeros, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, each one's like maybe $300-$400 each.
A shot clock would make the game super exciting. 30-second shot clock,
100%.
make them so exciting.
Because I feel like people be holding the ball too much, man.
I know.
So I know you're playing.
Okay. One thing I would add. As soon as you walk in the door, you got to read the Shahada. You got to.
Yes.
You got to, bro. Read it.
Yes.
I'm not trying to see some of these dudes next year. I'm not trying to see some of these recruits that are coming in the door next year. I'm not trying to see it, man.
Harun, man, you gotta be. Hey, listen, man. Look, I was from San Diego. I went to a Christian school, Christian leagues. I couldn't play in Christian leagues because I wasn't Christian. That's facts.
How did they prove it?
Huh?
How did they prove it?
Look at me.
What?
Nah, but the thing is, they knew. First of all, they knew who I was. But second of all, it's like they know.
Maybe you should stop yelling Arabian Curry everywhere you go.
That's true. You're right. But you should do that though. Next year, you got to be strict with that though, because I don't know, these teams, they gonna bring randoms, bro.
Listen, man. Again, we've been doing this for 15 years. We've tried every way.
No, it's impossible.
To make it work. It's hard. Like, listen, we had it where you had to read the Fatiha. Half these Muslims don't know the Fatiha, right? So like, all right, you have to say the Shahada. Half these guys taught their friends the Shahada. Like, it's like there's always rules that you can break. It just got to the point where I asked the coach or the captain. He says he's Muslim. You're with Allah. Like, at that point, I can't do anything. You know?
No, that's facts. That's facts.
I mean,
I really think the shot clock is the only addition you really can make, like a simple, quick. Like, that's not simple because it costs a lot of money. But I'm saying from just
Harun, do not bring
addition. That's probably the best one.
Harun, please, for the love of God. Okay. This is my only final thing. Refs next season, have a one-on-one interview with them. Check their history, and check if they ref basketball. This ain't soccer.
The playoff refs were good.
Great. But that little fat bald ref that calls everything, bro, he stretched everybody out. You know what I'm talking about? The black guy.
Yeah. The one, yes.
He's
I don't know if you guys noticed, like throughout the season, there's refs that never came back.
Yeah, I've seen that. But bro, he's probably the worst ref ever. Everybody knows that. Even everybody.
I don't know, like, the worst. I've seen worse.
I mean, Najee beat one of them up too. That he's bad too.
First of all, I don't know where the hell that came from. So
yeah,
he went crazy for no reason.
You gotta find good refs, man. And this league next year coming up,
it's hard. Listen, no matter what league you go to, no matter what tournament you go to, you're always gonna find those refs that just are not that good, right? But at the end of the day, I always talk. And listen, I don't know, you guys don't know this, but every week I emailed the ref assigner. I was like, listen, this guy can't come back. This guy is good. Assign him more. You have to understand, we have semi-pro players who people play college ball. It's a very competitive league. Like, I know you guys do basketball leagues and recreational park district leagues, but we are different. And throughout the year, he started noticing that, and that's why by the playoff time, we had the 4 best refs playing or ref.
Hey, that group of 3 that did the final, they were all good.
All good.
Did the final
and
game.
That's the thing. Like, and listen, I understand certain players have certain vendettas against certain refs. That's why I can't take everything that everyone says. Like, I have to take it as a whole, right? Like, for example, like you said, Naja had issues with one of the refs. Okay, maybe you did, but maybe everyone else in the league.
What about the bald dude? What about the small black dude?
Come on, everybody got to have complaint about that guy.
Which guy?
The one we kicked out.
Short ball ref.
Oh, the one with the bleached ref jersey?
The black bald dude, short.
He didn't ref anymore.
Yeah, him. God.
Well, listen, let me tell you a story about him that was funny. I
What?
told the ref a signer, he got rid of the wrong guy. He showed up the following week. I was like, dude, you got rid of the wrong guy. What happened? He's like, oh, my bad. So I had to send him a picture. I was like, listen, this is the guy we don't want. And that's why he knows he didn't come after that.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I didn't even notice. His impact was so negative, it felt like he was still there.
He hated PYP so much. He tried reffing. Like, he literally asked to ref our game because he wanted to, like, because Shafiq, Shafiq gets hot-headed.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
hot-headed with that, bro. It was bad.
No,
But
it was
Sarsour-
terrible. When we played
Sarsour and
DFL,
Shafiq must have been the worst.
Yeah.
No,
with him.
like Shafiq got really mad at him, and and even Turk, like Turk's the nicest guy ever, and Turk got mad at him. He's like, "You are the worst." Like they start speaking Arabic, and I couldn't even understand what they were saying. So I was like,
I'll tell you what he said. I'm pretty sure I know what he said.
yeah. So
Yeah.
literally, like he had a vendetta. Like afterward, I was like, "Bro, how's this guy back?" Like, dude, he should be in tier 4. He should be reffing tier 4.
Bad. Yeah, bro. Horrible, bro.
Yeah.
He was so bad.
Holy.
I mean, listen.
We gotta have tryouts. We gotta have tryouts for refs.
It's
For
it's
real.
tough. I mean,
For
listen,
real.
everyone always says, listen, I'll be honest, man. Everyone always tells me, I could find you great refs. I'm in this basketball league. I have great refs. Like, even in North Carolina, a few of the teams like, oh, I could get you refs. Like, no, you can't, man.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
you
that
can't.
easy.
No, they can't.
Because-
They don't know great refs. They know their friends who ref.
Yes, that's the thing. You know your friends. You're cool with your friends, and that's it. But other than that, when you're trying to get refs for 3 games, you're talking about
It's
6
hard.
refs. You're talking about you want 6 good refs. It's very, very hard.
Yeah. True. That's true.
So
Is the elite division for NMBT, is it going to be capped?
no. So so when we originally announced NMBT Midwest, which wasn't called NMBT Midwest at that point, it was basically just Chicago. We had the elite division and then a recreational division. The elite was basically a cash prize and all that stuff. And then when we announced doing the tour again, East, West, Midwest, and whatnot, we're like, well, instead of cash prize, what we're going to do is the top 4 finishers get a free invite to our Champions Tournament. The Champions Tournament is basically taking the final 4 from all the divisions. So the unique thing is going to be obviously no fees for the teams that get invited. And then hopefully we get enough sponsors where we cover some of the team's travel expenses, right?
Okay.
Again, we can't promise that, but that's what we're hoping for. It gets to that point. So there is no cap. So basically, elite is the most competitive division out there. And I was telling SAD this before you guys jumped on. Recreational is basically obviously not as competitive, but people that still want to play. Teams and players can play in both divisions if you want to, right? Like, for example, if you think you can handle 6 games over the weekend, play in both divisions if you want to really have fun, right? Or if David wants to play with Beard Gang in the recreational, but Pally Elite in the elite, by all means, do that, right?
So for elite, you're gonna have. How do you know if the teams are good or not?
We don't. Anyone can play.
Well, okay.
We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing where it's only invite. It's basically open to any Muslim player and team out there who thinks that they're good.
So you don't mind? You don't mind as a commissioner? You don't mind watching teams getting blown out by 40?
No, of course we do, right? But we keep putting it out there, and every team that asks us, we keep telling them, listen, it's a very competitive division. Like, it's not just playing with your friends. Like, this is very competitive. Like, we have
because Sedum is coming back strong. He called me the other day. Sedum, Haji, right?
Yeah.
He called me. He said, "Yo, bro, you want to join my team?" I said, "What? Wallah." I was like, "Bro, I'm thinking with my Milwaukee guys." He's like, "You with Abdullah and the Pillars?" I said, "Nah." He's like, "Bro, are you sure you're not coming? You're not trying to hop on my team?" We're coming back from. He's bringing the Dallas team to the NMBT.
And the unique thing about that Dallas team is that was a mix of their best players in Minnesota.
They're bringing the same guys to Dallas.
Yeah.
To
And, I already
NMBT.
spoke, and listen, like Minnesota's bringing 3 or 4 teams, right? Chicago's have a bunch of teams. Milwaukee, I don't know if it's just 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Like
one, I would say right now.
You think so?
I don't know. Beer Gang, are they creating one, David, do you think?
I think it's going to be 2, yeah.
Yeah, and then, I mean, you got New York. I mean, Toronto might be coming back. So you got teams from all over who are going to be participating in the elite division.
NC's coming?
They are for sure. And they actually might be bringing 2 teams.
What about Dallas?
Who, though?
Plano.
Those guys don't travel, man. They're a bunch of
They
losers.
don't travel. They don't travel. Yeah.
No. Let me see if I can motivate them. Those guys are a bunch of losers. So
I tried. Wallah, I tried to bring them out, but you know what they told me? They told me if there's no money involved, we're not coming out.
and that's the wrong thing to feel. Like
Exactly. What about Michigan?
oh, they're coming for sure.
Yeah, I talked to
A
them.
few teams.
They say they're coming. Michigan's coming.
And I think this year there might be 3 or 4 teams from Michigan area coming.
Do you think most of these cities are diluting their talent by bringing so many teams?
No, because there's so much talent out there. Look, I mean, listen, I'm going to talk about CNBL. Like CNBL, it's 16 teams, 8 that are in the playoffs. 8 of those teams could definitely benefit from playing in the elite division. I honestly think
For
so.
sure.
Right? The top 6 for sure can play. Right? And there is enough talent out there. Like even like for example, like let's talk about Michigan. Like they have their own basketball league. They could easily create 3 all-star teams with their top 17, 18 players. It's very easy, you know? Like even CNBL, like I could easily, me personally, I could create 6 strong teams from only the players that play in CNBL if I really wanted to. And SUD would be on 0 teams.
Hey, who won the All-Star for you, baby? Don't lie.
My team did, not you.
I stop playing with me, man.
Listen, the coach won that game.
Coach won that game. I gave you 25.
The other coach on the other side right now really sucked.
He did. I ain't gonna lie. You folded on that. You sold.
Oh, it wasn't my team. It was supposed to be Farhan's team. He didn't even show up.
Hey, Mo. Hey, Muhammad. Don't lie. I cooked that game, bro.
I thought I was gonna go to Abrar again.
Abrar?
Yeah.
Who was facilitating the whole game?
I just saw Abrar hitting 3 after 3. I was like, bro, we gotta stop this man.
And I didn't score. Who was taking the attention away?
I mean, I saw Jonah, I saw Abrar, I saw everyone else. I was just like, all right, you know.
Listen, let me put it this way. That All-Star game was a prime example of Farhan drafting the best players available, and I was actually trying to build a team.
Yes.
Like,
you were.
For example, I was like, all right, I got my point guard. Let me get my shooting guard. Let me get my forward. Let me get my center. Farhan was like, I'm just gonna take best player available. I was like, well, okay, we'll see how that meshes.
Yeah, that's true. Because we got Adnan is a great player. Mashallah.
Yes.
Adnan is an amazing player.
Yes.
Dang, David's like, it's getting late, so we gotta dip.
I gotta go
I think
sleep.
his phone died.
No, he's like, I gotta go to sleep.
But,
He did?
Yeah,
No.
Oh.
something happened. But we have to end up anyways. It's already like past wrapping up. But inshallah, we'll see you guys in Dallas. Hopefully in NMBT too. If you guys
Like, screw Dallas. We'll see them in Chicago.
I'm saying if you gotta win at NMBT for them to come back to the podcast. So
hey man, that's the goal.
Well, hey, listen, I said we're inviting New Jersey in a couple days.
Oh, New Jersey's coming?
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah, that's good. That's good. I want to see him again. That's beef
will.
right there.
Yeah, you'll see them on the podcast too.
When?
Thursday
Ooh.
or Wednesday? I forgot what day.
Thursday.
Yeah, inshallah. Hey, but they're coming for sure though, right?
That's what he told me. He said they're coming to Chicago, inshallah, too. So
Okay, bet. That's gonna be a good game. But hey,
Not playing against them.
are you gonna do are you gonna do of what you know, or are you gonna make it mismatch with like the teams and stuff?
the way that we like to do it is basically, hopefully, you play against people you haven't played for before in the bracket games.
Don't put us against teams we know like PYP, and I hate doing that.
No, like again, if there's too many Chicago teams, it's gonna happen, right? Like
Yeah.
if we have 6 divisions and there's 18 Chicago teams, you're bound to play someone from Chicago. But at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna put, especially teams that travel, I'm not gonna put 4 Minnesota teams against each other. Like they're gonna play against other people.
That's what I want, David. When I was telling him, because I don't want to play one against pillars. I want to change because I want guys.
Please, no more pillars. 3 times in 1 week.
Yeah, I want to play a team that doesn't know me.
You know what there should be? There should be like interest from like who do you want to play?
Yeah, that'd be nice. But now I want to play a different city because I want to know, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna happen, 100%. Like you're gonna play again. If we have enough traveling teams, you'll play against 2 teams from outside of Chicago.
I need that. That's what I'm looking.
Yeah,
at.
that's perfect.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of
That's what this term is about: is to play against other people.
Yeah, for sure. Inshallah, that's
Yeah, just tell your boys to register, and we're good to go.
Oh, because we're just waiting on who can make it, who not. That's the only thing we're waiting
It
for.
doesn't matter. You still have to register.
Oh, you're right.
All right, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, see you guys in Chicago in about a month. But
Inshallah.
hopefully we'll see you and
Come back next year, baby.
Sounds good, inshallah.
Hey, thank you guys for everything you did for the league and for us this year. Amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
I'm drunk right
Yep,
now, man.
appreciate it.
Danny,
All right,
man.
salam, guys.
Salam.
Go to sleep.
Hey, end it now. End it now.